There comes a defining moment in every person of life when they realize something truly profound. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world around you. It's actually against the voice inside your own mind. That quiet voice that sometimes whispers, "You're not enough." Today, in this explainer, we're embarking on a journey to self-leadership. We're going to see how a true king or queen is not crowned by gold, but by the unwavering discipline of their mind. Because the ultimate victory isn't about becoming better than someone else. It's about becoming better than the person you were yesterday.
So who is really controlling your life? Let that genuinely sink in for a second. We love to think that we're the absolute rulers of our own destiny, but deeply reflect on who actually holds the power over your day-to-day emotions and your immediate reactions. If your peace of mind can be completely shattered by a passing comment, are you truly the one sitting on the throne?
Part 1. Breaking the invisible chains and reclaiming your emotional remote control.
Think about a puppet for a minute. It dances, it jumps, it even appears to laugh, but it only does so because someone else, hidden in the shadows, is pulling the strings. In our own lives, those strings are kind of invisible, right? Yet they completely dictate how we move and how we feel. Think about it. Someone throws an insult your way and bam, your entire mood changes. You get ignored and suddenly you feel worthless. Someone criticizes you and deep self-doubt takes root. And on the flip side, we let someone else's praise entirely dictate our value. You really have to ask yourself, who holds the remote control to your feelings? Because true freedom, it begins the exact moment you stop handing that control over to everyone else.
The strongest people are those who refuse to let others control them. Strength isn't about dominating the room or controlling the people around you. True strength is an internal fortress. It's that absolute, unshakable refusal to let your inner peace be dictated by external chaos.
Section 2. The power of quiet confidence, finding strength in stillness.
We live in a world that, honestly, drastically misunderstands power. We're taught that strength means speaking louder, winning every single argument, or always having the last word. But history and nature itself tells a completely different story. Silence is just wisdom wearing confidence. Think about it. Mountains never argue. The ocean never has to explain itself to anyone. The sun never screams to announce its arrival. Yet all of them command immense, undeniable respect. Sometimes remaining silent isn't a sign of weakness at all. It's a sign of ultimate control. Like a sword kept firmly in its sheath, some battles are won the very moment you simply refuse to fight them.
True confidence is actually incredibly peaceful. It walks into a crowded room and doesn't need to beg for attention. It can accept a mistake without feeling completely broken. It listens far more than it ever speaks, knowing full well that not everyone has to agree with it. When you've cultivated that inner kingdom, your confidence quietly whispers, "I know who I am." And that whisper echoes far louder than any scream ever could.
Section 3. The choice to pause, removing the buttons they press.
Let's look at a brief story about a young student named Maya and her mentor, Dev. They're sitting in a quiet, serene garden, talking about where our emotional triggers actually originate. Frustrated, Maya asks, "I don't understand. Why do people always provoke me? They know exactly what to say." And honestly, we can all empathize with Maya here. We've all felt that overwhelming frustration when it feels like someone is deliberately hunting for our weak spots just to make us angry. It really does feel like they are controlling us.
But her mentor, Dev, offers a really profound truth. He says they're not controlling your emotions. They're only pressing buttons that already exist. Remove the buttons. If someone can make you completely lose your temper in 10 seconds, just imagine the immense amount of power you've handed over to them. The solution isn't to fight everyone who reaches for a button. The solution is to do the difficult, rewarding inner work to remove the button entirely.
And this brings us to the ultimate choice life gives us every single day. Not a choice between good and bad, but between reaction and wisdom. When someone insults you, reaction dictates that you answer immediately. When someone disappoints you, reaction demands you destroy the relationship. But wisdom simply says, pause. Wisdom says, understand first. That single protective pause between an event and your response, that is where your true freedom lives. Just one pause can literally save you years of regret.
Section 4. Cultivating your inner kingdom. Your mind is a garden.
If you really want to master yourself, you have to realize that you are the sole caretaker of your inner space. In this garden, every single thought you have is a seed, and you have a daily choice of what to tend to. You can water the seeds that will grow magnificent flowers, gratitude, discipline, and hope. Or you can accidentally, or even intentionally, water the weeds: jealousy, fear, anger, resentment, and comparison. Your life is going to bloom based on what you feed the most. If you feed chaos, chaos grows. But if you relentlessly feed discipline and peace, your mind becomes an impenetrable fortress.
Look at a flowing river. People throw heavy stones into it. Leaves fall on its surface. Massive storms disturb its waters. Yet despite all of that, it never stops flowing. We have to be like that river. People will criticize you. Let them. People will completely misunderstand you. Let them. Your purpose in this life isn't to convince everyone of your worth. Your purpose is to keep flowing steadily toward the ocean of your own dreams, entirely unbothered by the stones thrown from the shore.
Section 5. Crowning your own character. Becoming your own leader.
We so often think of leadership as having a legion of followers, but true leadership begins long, long before anyone ever decides to follow you. It starts entirely with you. So ask yourself honestly, can you keep a commitment to yourself when absolutely nobody is watching? Can you remain fiercely honest when telling a lie would just be so much easier? Can you stay perfectly calm when everyone else in the room is losing control? Because if you cannot command your own daily habits, how can you ever expect to lead your future?
When you stand before a mirror, don't merely judge your reflection. Look yourself in the eye and ask one vital question. What kind of person will I choose to become today, regardless of what happens? Notice the question isn't, what will happen to me today? The world is going to throw storms at you. Life will control the external circumstances. But there is enormous, majestic freedom in realizing that only you control your internal character.
Master yourself, and the world loses its power to master you. When you lead your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits, you forge a crown not of gold, but of unwavering discipline and inner peace. Peace isn't found in a quiet world, it's found in a quieted mind. So what I want to leave you with today is this. When the next storm hits and someone tries to provoke you, will you hand him your crown, or will you simply smile, knowing you are finally free?